stand clear. Doors on
Oh,
platform 10. Doors are closing.
that's something. That's the lives we're living now. When before, people would be in a do you think, what did we do before? I think we would then be open to making eye contact, looking around. You know what I mean? It's like, I'm very aware of it, that as soon as we're on our own, we no longer in community. Well, the only community we're in is the ones that we're already boxed into, which I think is also part of what is the dynamic with conspiracy theorists, QAnon, the people who now read and now engage not outside of themselves, because we're all now just focused within our own communities, so the own echo chambers, even more intensely so. So, reflection I just had to add to the conversation.
You can now tap your debit card on Presto device to pay your adult Presto fee. Remember to tap off at the end of your trip or set a default trip onto your card. Visit prestocard.ca for more information and to learn how fares are deducted when paying with debit. We're also launching a new Go Transit website soon. Take a moment to explore the new features before officially launch. Visit gotransit.com.
That is Young Street.
Our stop is Danforth.
Now let's see if they give us any French. They're poor looking French people that they've just done away with it. No wonder Quebec is like, fuck the one out of two. French we say. Here we go.
The yellow emergency strip should only be pressed when medical, police, transit safety, or fire services are needed. There is a fine for misuse. If you ever feel unsafe traveling on Go Transit, you can discreetly text count to 7, 7, 7, 7, 7.
It's towards the lake. Now, I guess that's too important to risk somebody who speaks French not understanding it. It's outrageous.
Si vous ne vous sentez pas en sécurité pendant vos déplacements avec Go Transit, vous pouvez discrètement texter à 7, 7, 7, 7.
Oh no, and the recording stick. Lord God. You know, I screwed up. Listen, I've made so many mistakes in my professional career. One of them was doing a workshop once to a group of leaders where I was using a video clip and played it with French subtitles on YouTube, and the subtitling was apparently quite atrocious, and I was doing an equity and diversity workshop, so you know it never go over well, and they never forgive me. Those people never had me back. It was like, people were just like, what the? They were outraged by the fact that I used this, and they were right. I didn't vet it. I didn't have a French person vet it. I just in the moment said, oh, because this is a space with French folks in it, let me just put on the subtitles. And it was even more offensive than if I didn't put on the subtitles, because in fact all the French people in the room, you know, worked in English. So I tried this could supposedly backfired intensely. So I have to go fix the French recording and play it again so the people that can't hear what I want. See how obsessed I am about this thing and fixated I am. Yes, Ron Gill.
Once you get there, you go to Uber and also
In the city that is so expensive to live in, my God. This city is, I mean, New York. See, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 a month is what people are paying here, like they're paying in New York for a shoebox. And here I am thinking New York, so now you may as well go in New York, go live in New York. I mean, it's US dollars, so it's a whole other situation, but still. Yep, there it is, and they're building even more. Just when you think the building done, one other holiday.
this
Over here. See, they're digging all that up as well. Bridges are being built. I think it's called the Portland's development. And then over here now, all this wasn't here about, I would almost argue 5 years ago. This was all. I would say dump up land. This used to be all dump up land. Now it's parks and condos. They don't call them apartment anymore, but they're condos. Yep. As far as the eye can see. And that Don River. Yep. It's a shitty I live in. This is where I used to live in this neighborhood. It's a cute neighborhood. This is Riverdale, as opposed to Leslieville, which is further east. I'm probably Brooklyn. I'm such a New Yorker. I'm such a New York person. So my reference point, sir. Oh, you jerk! Still a lick. Seen this landscape with deep winter. It's amazing how I have to say humanity is also amazing that we can carve all this out of whatever and make it work even in the worst, I mean minus 50-degree weather, and then you can go up to plus 50-degree weather. And it all somehow still continues to work. I mean, we know people die and shit happens, but even more people would die. Now, can I just also take a moment to just rant about the people now who never vaccinated, who are now in glee about the fact that they're lifting all these restrictions. And for them, it's like, see, we're not the rest of an idiot, we got vaccinate, see, we didn't need. And I'm like, another height of stupidity. Which is, well, let's just say we all didn't vaccinate. Let's just say we all didn't vaccinate. And and don't get me wrong, the people who clearly had health issues, and even frankly, personally, I'm gonna feel comfortable, I'm gonna feel safe, I'm gonna trust it, sure. For whatever reason you never want to vaccinate, your prerogative. Whether it frankly was better for your health and well-being, or your state of mind for some people. But to somehow now not recognize that frankly, the reason why you enjoyed your freedom to do, I would say you have to say, not to mention, you now get to benefit from not having had to do what everybody else had to do. For you not to recognize that's because everybody else did what they're supposed to do. As in, that they did the vaccination. And as a result of doing the vaccination, ensured that we could have a world now where you get to run around free. In fact, back in the day, when everybody vaccinated around you, we had a reduced level of spread that allowed you to be less vulnerable to this thing. Not to mention, now, when we're coming out of this, right? But none of it, we didn't follow, none of it never take them, because as far as we hear, none of them ever had no other option. They don't have no other option. Because all the option would never say. And in the middle of the one, I'm saying, well, when you take it or you don't take it, you still get it. Fuck the whole lot of it. Bullshit.
Now arriving to
You
Danforth.
realize that if we never take it, more of us would have died. Like it's so, like this stupidity, and I'm telling you, I'm going back to the echo chamber thing. All these people who are, see, look here, even waiting on the train, on their phones, phone in our hand, ready to go. And listen, I'm not immune. Me too. All of us. Yeah. We have to come up somewhere like here to live. We should be all right, you know. Listen, I've enjoyed. I'm not even downtown now. I'm approximate downtown living. So, and this is, would be almost similar approximate. Be more of a walk to come out here, but it's doable. Literally, it's doable. It's a beautiful walk. You walk across the Danforth Viaduct, and
Final call for doors.
head into the. And walk along the Danforth, which has lots to offer. And lots of diverse communities as well. So there it is. There it would be. You know me, wherever mega make it work. Because when I moved over to the west in Parkdale, it wasn't what it is now. Just like when I moved to the east in Broadview and Queens, it wasn't what it became once I was there. It's sort of interesting. My movements to wherever tends to seem to synchronize with some evolution to some dynamism of the neighborhood. So we'll see.
Our next stop is Scarborough.
Let's get by the Places building and then we will. Good morning.